My mom and I took a trip to the Anchorage Landfill on November 9th. We met with Bill Bazzari, who is the engineer for the landfill. Bill drove us around and gave us a tour. The first place we saw was the place where people bring their garbage and place it into a dumpster. When the containers are full, the trucks come to pick it up and haul it to the current working area. The next place we visited was the hazardous waste disposal building. We saw several different rooms in which different types of toxic and dangerous waste is sorted and processed. Items like batteries, bleach, light bulbs, paint, oil, flammable liquids, fire extinguishers, and so on have to be carefully handled. The most surprising thing is that it's all sorted and placed in containers and then shipped out of Alaska on a barge. There is no hazardous waste dump in the state of Alaska, so we must pay to have it all sent out of state. Sometimes chemicals show up that they cannot identify, so they have a lab on site where they can run tests to determine what a substance is in order to sort it properly. They sometimes get perfectly good paint, which they offer to the public for free. Next, we began a driving tour around the landfill. Here we are actually driving on garbage. Bill showed us the material that lines the entire landfill. It is made up of special materials that will not allow the waste to seep into the ground as it breaks down. Make it start. The Anchorage Landfill built a power plant last year that uses the methane gas to generate enough electricity to power 1/4 of the military base. The tall tower is used to burn extra methane if they have too much to use in the power plant. The tall poles on the road were built in order to hold a large net that was intended to cover the landfill and keep out the birds. However, it did not work. Instead, they hired a guy they called Birdman Bob, who drives around and shoots off fireworks and flares to scare away the birds. It is much more effective than the net ever was. Next, we drove down to where the drainage pools are. The entire 300-acre landfill is built at a slant so that gravity can drain the garbage juice down into a pool. Here, the liquid is collected and taken to the Anchorage wastewater treatment plant, where it is then treated and cleaned, then put into the ocean. This liquid is so dense that if any creature fell into it, it would then drown immediately. Next, we got to drive around and see much of the 300 acres of the landfill. Some parts of the landfill are dug up and used to bury garbage. Now we are on our way to the working phase. We have arrived at the working phase, and we can see exposed garbage and large tractor trailers offloading and pushing the garbage into piles so the dump trucks with gravel and dirt can come in and bury it. I asked Bill if he thought people were too wasteful and threw away too much stuff, and he thought most people were. Sometimes the police or FBI will come and search for evidence. One time, a bank robber threw away $10,000. It was searched for but never found. Here I am back in the engineer's office, standing next to an aerial picture of the 300-acre dump. The Anchorage landfill is estimated to hold garbage until the year 2043. At the time, it will either become a park or ski resort, or maybe even an airport, and a new site for the landfill will begin searching. The Anchorage landfill is not what I expected. I am glad I got to take this tour. I learned a lot.